Good day, everyone. My name is Siti Umahika M. Dalid, and today I'll be discussing a very interesting topic in fluid mechanics, the stability of floating bodies and Archimedes' principle. Next. Let's start with our learning objectives. By the end of this discussion, we should be able to first define Archimedes' principle and explain its significance in understanding buoyant force. Next, describe the condition under which an object floats, sinks, or remains suspended in a fluid. Last one, identify the factors that affect the stability of floating bodies, including center of gravity and center of buoyancy. Now, let's proceed. Ano nga ba talaga ang floating body? Next. So, stability of floating bodies is acted upon by two equal opposing forces. These are the body's weight, or the W, acting at its center of gravity, and its buoyant force, the BF, acting at the center of buoyancy that is located at the center of gravity of the displaced liquid. So, kapag may object na lumulutang sa tubig, dalawang equal or dalawang forces ang nag-a-act dito. First, we have sabi dyan, the body's weight that we can found in the center of gravity. And next is ang buoyant force na makikita natin or nag-a-act siya na nagaling sa fluid na nag-a-act sa center of buoyancy. Next. When these forces are collinear, it floats in an upright position. However, when the body tilts due to wind or wave action, the center of buoyancy shifts to its new position, and the two forces, which are no longer collinear, produces a couple equal to widths. So when we say collinear, ibig sabihin meron siyang pantay na linya. And I have an illustration here. Next, please. Meron tayong dito illustration. Yan. Mapapansin nyo sa my left side, sa may dito, collinear pa yung, kumbaga pantay pa yung pag-float niya. At tuwid pa ang pag-float ng isang ship. Let's say that's a ship. But, pero, nung may alon, or let's say may alon na, or hangin, na yun yung dahilan bakit nag-tilt ang object at the center of buoyancy will move. So makikita natin dyan sa next picture, parang, let's say, merong wave na nangyari, or di kaya merong wave na nagpo-cause kung bakit yung center of buoyancy natin is nag-move, kaya siya medyo yung position niya is para siyang nagtabingi. And tinatawag yun siya, at tinatawag natin siyang couple or twisting effect. And the object can either go back to its original position, or stay tilted pa rin ba siya, or tuluyan na siyang tumaob. So yan yung stability of floating bodies. Next. Now let's proceed to the elements of floating bodies. I have here, sobrang dami. W is equal to weight of the body. Next is the BF is equal to buoyant force, or always siya equal to W for a floating body naman yun. And G, center of gravity of the body, of the displaced liquid. And another BO, or I think that's B theta, center of buoyancy in the tilted position. And the VO, or the V submerged, volume displaced. Ibig sabihin, when we talk about volume displaced, yan yung mga Yan yung halimbawa, nung nilagay mo ang isang object sa isang container, naglagay ka ng bato at na yung tubig is tumaas siya, kaya lumabas siya sa container. Yan yung tinatawag natin na volume displaced. Next is M is equal to meta-centered, the point of intersection between the line of action of the buoyant force and the axis of the body. So that's next. And also meron pa pala tayong another elements of a floating bodies. C, the center of the gravity of the wedges, and D, volume of the wedge of immersion. Infinity, angle of tilting. MBE, the distance from metacenter to yung sa may BO. And the GBO distance from G to BO, and also the MG, the metacentric height distance from metacenter to gravity. So, yan sila lahat is an element of floating bodies. But, meron lang tayong important elements that you need to know. First, we have the weight, the buoyant force, the center of gravity, the center of buoyancy, the metacenter, and lastly, the metacentric height. And next, and now let's proceed sa stability condition. So this is a reminder that kapag ang isang object ay nasa stable siya, is when M is above G. Ibig sabihin nasa stable na condition siya. Kapag unstable naman, M is below G. Kapag neutral naman, M coincides with G. So always remember that yung mga sa stability conditions. Next. Now let's proceed sa ating formula, the stability formula. So our formula here, para malaman natin kung ang object is stable ba, we can use the formula of the metacentric height, or the GM. So GM is equal to BM minus G, where BM is equal to inertia over volume, and the BG, that's supposed to be BG, I'm so sorry for the typographical error. BG, the distance between center of buoyancy and gravity. So, itong inertia over volume, yan na yung weight para makuha natin yung BM natin. P naman, yan yung distance natin between center of buoyancy and gravity. Next slide. Let's proceed naman sa steps to solve floating body stability. First, we must find the center of buoyancy. Second, we must find also the center of gravity. Now, let's compute the BM using BM is equal to inertia over volume. And finally, if makuha na natin ng ating BM, we can compute our metacentric height. The GM is equal to BM minus G. Now I have, okay, next. If our metacentric height is greater than 0, ibig sabihin the body or the object is nasa stable condition siya. Pero kapag our metacentric height is less than 0, ibig sabihin ang isang object ay nasa unstable condition siya. Okay, now let's proceed sa ating mga halimbawa. So now, let's have an example. Meron ako dito example. Meron ako dalawang example na prepare. First, a rectangular floating body has submerged depth is equal to 0.5 meter, width of 2 meter, and length of 4 meter. Center of gravity is 0.3 meter above the bottom. Is it stable? So first, kailangan muna natin hanapin ng given natin. So our given, our given first is the length, width, and height. Na ang length 4 meter, width 2 meter, and height or the submerged depth is 0.5 meter. Next. So, first ang kailangan nating hanapin is the submerged volume. So, sa submerged volume na yun, we will just multiply the length, width, and the height. Kaya ayan, makita nyo sa formula. Our length kanina is 4 meter. Multiply mo sa width natin na 2 meter and then mo multiply na naman ulit sa ating height na 0.5 meter. And our submerged volume is equal to 4 meter cube. So next, since meron na tayong submerged volume, let us now solve for moment of inertia. So the formula of moment of inertia is equal to 1 over 12 and the B and L cube. So, ayan ang ating formula for inertia. 1 over 12 and B, multiply again natin siya doon sa ating length, pero cube na siya. So, ayan makikita nyo, 1 over 12, substitute na natin 1 over 12, 2 meter, multiply sa 4 meter cube. So, sa next dyan, kung mapapansin nyo sa next na ano niya is 1 over 12, multiply mo sa 2m, tapos naging 64 meter cube siya. Bakit? Because we will just simply multiply 4 by itself ng ikatatlo. So, 4 times 4 times 4, 64 meter cube. So, substitute. Isolve natin, 1 over 12 multiplies 2m times 64 meter cube, and that is our inertia is 10.67 meter raised to 4. Since meron na tayong inertia and volume, and kung maalala nyo kanina, para makuha natin ang ating BM, kailangan natin muna kunin ang ating inertia and volume. And this is how, ito yung way kung paano natin makuha ang ating submerged volume and moment of inertia. So, now let's calculate the BM. BM is equal to inertia over volume. Since ang ating inertia, meron na tayong 10.67 meter raised to 4, i-divide natin siya doon sa ating volume na 4 meter cube. So i-divide lang natin and our BM is 2.67 meter. So meron na tayong BM, and now let's look for our BG, or the distance between our buoyancy and gravity. So para makuha natin ang ating B or ang ating buoyancy, B is at 0.25 meter. Bakit? Because the centroid of 0.5 meter submerged depth is, since we were talking about the center, so we will just simply divide the 0.5, divide mo lang siya sa 2 para makuha mo yung kalahati or yung center ng ating buoyancy. And now, we have our G na, since our gravity is given, center of gravity is given, and our center of gravity is at 0.3 meter. So, ayan, meron na tayong buoyancy and our center of gravity. Next. So, ngayon, isosolve na natin yung distance ng ating gravity doon sa buoyancy. So, ang gagawin natin, i-minus lang natin ang 0.3 meter our gravity minus 0.25 meter our buoyancy, and our BG finally is 0.05 meter. So, since nakuha na natin yung BM natin at saka BG, let us now go back kung ano nga ba yung formula natin sa metacentric height, and ang ating formula dyan is the GM, or metacentric height, is equal to BM minus BG. Since meron na, substitute mo lang yung BM natin is 2.67 meter, ima-minus lang ulit natin siya sa ating BG na 0.05 meter, And our GM or our metacentric height is 2 or metacentric height is equal to BM minus BG. Since meron na, substitute mo lang yung BM natin is 2.67 meter. Ima-minus lang ulit natin siya sa ating BG na 0.05 meter. And our GM or our metacentric height is 2.62 meter greater than 0. So, since ang ating metacentric height is greater than 0, ibig sabihin, the body is stable. So, yun siya, since greater than 0 siya. So, now, we are already here on our second topic, the Archimedes principle. So, according to Archimedes, a body immersed in a fluid experiences an upward buoyant force is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the body. So, basically, if may nilagay ka or may inilubog ka sa isang container na may tubig, it will feel a force pushing it upward, and this is because mas mataas ang pressure sa ilalim kaysa sa taas. Kaya natutulak paakyat yung tubig. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag na fluid displace kasi yun yung tawag doon sa mga tubig na napupush siya palabas kasi nga because of pressure doon sa ibaba. So here, makikita niyo sa picture, nung nilagay niya ang isang bagay, nakita niyo sa isang maliit dyan na lalagyan, may lumabas na tubig. Kasi nga, merong pressure na namumuo dito, kaya nagpo-push upward yung tubig at lumabas siya. And yeah, next. So the pressure in a fluid increases with depth, so the bottom of an object feels more pressure than the top. This difference in pressure pushes the object upward. So yun na nga, no? So next na tayo. So the important rule in Archimedes principle, the upward force or the buoyant force is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by the object. So always remember that. And now let's proceed to the Archimedes formula. So, our formula for Archimedes principle, the buoyant force is equal to density of fluid times gravity times volume of fluid displaced. So, ayan yung formula natin for Archimedes principle. Yan. Meron naman dyan sa baba na if FB is the buoyant force is equal siya sa, ano siya, yung unit niya is Newton. And kapag sa density of fluid naman, ang unit niya is kilogram per meter cube. And in gravity, our gravitational acceleration, the 9.81 meter per second squared. And for our volume of fluid displaced, the unit is meter per cube. Yes. So now, here, let's proceed now or dito na tayo sa steps to solve in Archimedes principle. First, you have to identify the known values. Second, you have to calculate the weight of the object. So, ibig sabihin, ang formula natin na magagamit dyan, weight is metacentric times gravity. And we must also calculate the volume displaced. For fully submerged object, the volume of object is equal to volume displaced. Next. And for floating object naman, use equilibrium. Ibig sabihin, weight is equal to buoyancy force of buoyancy. And lastly, use Archimedes formula to find the buoyant force or related unknowns. Now, let's proceed na sa ating example for Archimedes principle. A wooden block of volume 0.02 meter cube is fully submerged in water. What is the buoyant force acting on it? So, kailangan muna natin ng hanapin ng ating given. So, our volume here is 0.02 meter cube and our density density of ano yun? Basta ang ating
Density of water, ang PF.
density. Okay, so since okay ulit. So our given, let's look for our given first. So ang ating volume is 0.02 meter cube. Density of water is equal to 1,000 kilogram per meter cube. And our gravity is 9.81 meter per second squared. So now let's solve. First, calculate the buoyant force. So FB is equal to density of water multiply to the gravity and multiply muna naman siya sa ating volume. So substitute mo lang siya ulit. Our density of water is 1,000 kilogram per meter cube. Times mo siya sa ating gravity na 9.81 meter per second squared. Times mo na naman siya sa ating volume na 0.02 meter cube. And now, we have our buoyant force is equal to 196 Newton. So, bakit siya Newton? Kung babalikan nyo kanina yung sa formula natin na kapag buoyant force ang hinahanap, ang unit nila talaga is Newton. How they are related? So bakit nga ba hindi pala. Okay, so how they are related? So ano nga ba ang relationship between Archimedes principle at sa statistical stability of floating bodies? So here's why, no? Bakit related ang Archimedes principle sa floating bodies? First, in Archimedes principle, tell us why a boat floats. It's about upward force balancing weight. It uses weight is equal to buoyant force, and without this, the object would sink. Next, for stability naman, it tells us whether the boat will stay upright or tip, upright, upright or tip. It's about position of that force versus the center of gravity. Uses the points B, G, and M, the buoyancy, gravity, and the meta-center. And without this, the boat might flip over. So basically, kung iintindihin natin ang Archimedes principle is the reason why an object floats, and stability will tell you if the object will stay upright or like mag-flip over ba siya. Yun yung relationship nila dalawa. So, yun ang again, ayusin ko lang explanation ko. So, again, if the Archimedes principle tell us why an object floats, the stability naman, it will tell us how it behaves while floating. If magsistay upright ba siya or pwede ba siyang tumaob. So, yun yung relationship ng stability of floating bodies and Archimedes principle. So, next. Now, so I think tapos na tayo sa ating na-curious na rin kasi ako sa kung paano nga ba talaga ang mga bangka or ang mga ship na hindi sila directly lumulubog sa lupa. So, I hope na my report, I hope na naintindihan niyo ang aking report. So, thank you for listening. I hope you have a great day ahead. Thank you. Once again, Ano ganit pangalan? Once again, my name is Siti Umahika M. Dalig, and that's all. Adios.